there's the sunshine.
Here comes the sun.
Hello, my name is Crystal. Welcome. I am starting seeds today outside. It is March 25th, 2022. We live in Connecticut, Zone 6, and we are forecasted to get freezing temperatures next week, but I don't really care. It's gonna be 60 degrees today and lovely. So I'm going to be starting seeds outside anyway and taking a little bit of a risk that they'll either rot in the ground, won't grow, may grow and die, I don't know, but I'm gonna start them anyway, and maybe we will be rewarded with some delicious things to eat. This morning I started some calypso cilantro in our green stock, and I also put some bushing green beans in a container and put them inside our mini greenhouse here to see if I can get some early green beans. So if you're interested in those videos, I will link them down below. We're going to be starting carrots, beets, radishes, and I think I have a Rutabaga seed packet in there too. The garden bed I'm gonna be using for those is the garden bed I plan on planting our hot peppers in. If these grow right, I should be able to harvest them before it's time to transplant my peppers out here, which would be at the end of May, early June. Our last frost date tends to be towards the end of May, and I transplant tomatoes and all the nightshades like eggplants and peppers and things out in the garden either Memorial Day weekend or the very first weekend in June. I plan on starting a couple different varieties of carrots in containers as well as straight in a garden bed too. I already started peas in the ground about a week or so ago, I think. What date was that? March 15th. Those haven't done anything, but I don't expect them to. When it's cold like this, it takes a little bit longer for the seeds to germinate just because it is colder. There is a slight risk that the seeds might rot or, you know, they won't germinate at all, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Excited to get these seeds in the ground and hopefully get something from them. I enjoy doing this process very much so. Let's start with the carrots. I want to start in the containers first. All right, so I have some potting mix in here already that we used last year, but it's pretty new. Most of this stuff was new from last year in these fabric pots here. But I still have the garden tone, some perlite. This is just a bunch of seed starting mix, which is like cocoa coir, and there's really no nutrients in this, but it will be a good filler as a base for these pots. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this soil in here. When I start seeds inside and I get like seeds that don't sprout or germinate or something, I take the soil that they were in and I throw them in this bucket. I'm gonna put in some fertilizer here. And some perlite. Top it off with this potting mix. And because I'm going to be starting carrots in this, I'm going to add some more perlite to the soil. All right, now that that pot is done, I'll start on the next one. All right, the first ones I'm going to start are the Danvers 126 half long carrot from Baker Creek. I already have my label done with the date on the back. Here is what the seeds look like. They only need to go down like 1/4 of an inch, like not very far at all. But I'm going to make little marks with my Sharpie. I'm just going to drop a few seeds per hole and then thin back to one. I'm going to cover them up a little bit and then I'll water it in. The next ones I'm going to start are called Dulcinea, and they're carrots from Fruition seeds. That's what the packet looks like. That's what the seeds look like. We're over here by this This is a 3-foot by 8-foot bed that I mulched at the end of our gardening season last year. My plan is to put the hot peppers in this bed, but let's see what's under here. I have a Savoy cabbage under here from last year. I can't tell if it's growing still. I think it might have some new growth on it, but it also looks like it's been nibbled on by something. But I'm gonna leave it in there and maybe it'll grow more. So I'm just gonna make some rows. Here I have maybe 6 things I'm gonna be starting, and I'm just gonna do simple rows. All right, the first ones I'm starting is the Hailstone radish from MIgardener. It's a white radish that I grew last year and I really liked it. All of these are gonna get started pretty much the same exact way. I'm going to just start a whole bunch of seeds. So that's what those seeds look like. This is a French breakfast radish from Baker Creek. Next is the Albino Beets. These are also from Baker Creek. I've never grown these before, but I figured I'd like the Hailstone radish so much that maybe I'd like a white variety of beets. And that's what those seeds look like. And normally when I start these, when it's warmer out, I would do 1 seed per hole, and that would be more than enough usually. But this time I'm just gonna kind of scatter a bunch of them in there and hope for the best. Next is the Early Wonder Beets from Baker Creek. There's the sunshine.
Here comes the sun. Doo, doo, doo.
And the American Purple Top Rutabaga.
This one looks pretty. This one's going to be my favorite one.
And that's what those seeds look like. And last is the Amarillo carrot. And this is from Baker Creek. So there we go. We started some seeds again in the ground outside, and it always is just such a great feeling, and I'm really happy it's done. And I have no idea if they are going to sprout. If we do end up getting at least one thing from it, then it will be super rewarding, and I'm very excited to see that. I also have the other things that I've started in pots, and like I said, if you are interested in those videos, or if you have TikTok and you would like to follow us, we are on TikTok at the Bourne Homestead. I post short videos there occasionally, and it's just really fun over there. So go be our friend over there if you're not already. I think I'm also going to be starting tomatoes inside either today or tomorrow. So that video will be out soon. That'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye.